Hey guys, so I'm back and holy crap, I have 5k subs. My original goal was 4k by my birthday, which is today by the way, and I managed to reach 5k. So thank you guys so much for that. It's been awesome. Um, Now I had two things I said I'd do on my birthday if I reach 5k. One of which, oh actually it was if I reached 4k. One of which was a Q&A, another one, and the other one was a bloopers reel of last vlog, and probably going to be one of this vlog as well, unless things go insanely well, which, let's face it, is not going to happen. Okay, so first of all, I just want to thank all of you for all of this. It's been insane and awesome, and just, I can still barely believe it. But yeah, I'm trying really hard to get things going on a consistent basis. I'm trying to do more single player ones. I know I said I'd do Dark Souls last time, but things have happened that's gotten in the way of that, and I apologize for that. Uh, I also said I'd do Wild Star second hour playthrough. Little thing happened with that. The beta closed before I got a chance. You see, there was the whole thing with my headset breaking, if you don't know about that. Near the end of Delai's charity stream, in the last stretch, my headset broke, and I had to buy a new one. And until I did that, I couldn't record. And then a whole bunch of stuff happened on our Rust server where I had to help out catching a really big team of cheaters, or rather, a couple of cheaters and a team who worked with them. Um, and as such, I just ran out of time for Wildstar, and I'm really sorry about that. I would do a final thoughts thing, but I feel like I haven't played enough of the game. I feel like what I've got now is really negative, and I don't think it's a good representation of the full game. And as such, I'm going to wait till like a next beta weekend if I can get into one, and I'll give a final thoughts then. If you really want to know, and enough people ask me to do it, I will do my thoughts on what it is now, on what I have played. But until then, yeah, I'm going to have to leave it at this. Sorry. FTL seems to be going well. I've only put one episode out, but I've got plenty more to go. So that seems to be going well. The Cursed Forest seems to be doing well as well. You guys seem to like watching me shit my pants. That game is terrifying. In the latest episode, the part 3, there's a part near the end that literally had me stop and think about what just happened. And yeah, that was insanely terrifying. Now on to like uh, some people have asked if I'm going to be doing more single player Let's Plays. Yes, quite frankly, yes. I'm working on others, um, working on getting started on others, I should say. Deciding what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, how often I'm going to post them, that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, so stay tuned for many more of those. As for the multiplayer ones, yes, I do plan to continue doing a lot of them. And the montages, I said I'd say something about it last time and I forgot, and I apologize for that. The problem with the montages is they take an insane amount of time to prepare, and considering I'm doing work, uni, and YouTube all at the same time, I don't have time to do them as often as I really wanted to. But that's something I can get into later. As for this, I'm about to do a Q&A. I've got two things with this Q&A. One of which is I've prepared the questions, printed them out, and then I've also gotten the questions for the Titanfall game, and that is a giveaway I was doing. If you watch my video on it, you had to ask a question, and I was going to choose a couple. Originally, I was only going to choose one, and then I decided I was going to choose a couple and draw them out of a cup. I've already done that. The reason being, the other questions I wanted to answer, like some of the other questions I wanted to answer if they didn't get picked, because they were really good questions. So I decided I wanted to get them. I wanted to know if I was going to have to answer them in the first part. So that's the thing. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully, if my editing goes well, should have the tweet up in about here, little screenshot. So I'm just going to read out the question. If it doesn't work, I'll just put in the person who asked it. Question 1. What did you want to be when you were little? I've answered this on Twitter before, and basically I loved robots. I loved everything about robots. I wanted to build them, I wanted to be one. So the natural thing was Iron Man. It's more or less that I wanted to be Iron Man more than I wanted that suit. And I wanted to build cool robots like he does. Which, this will come back later, you'll understand. Okay. Second question. How long have you been playing video games? A long time. Put it this way. The Legend of Zelda taught me to read. So yeah, I've been gaming pretty much as long as I can remember. What is your favorite mod on Gmod? It's a hard one. It'd probably be a tie between Murder and Prop Hunt. I really like the way Murder works, but I'd say Prop Hunt inches a little bit more just for the troll factor. It just gets so much fun sometimes. Where do you see your channel on YouTube in a year? And how long do you think you'll be doing YouTube for? Well, that's a hard one. I wouldn't have thought that I could do this as a job a month ago. Even a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have thought it was possible for me to do this as a job. And it's not going to be possible for a while, but it's looking like it could be a thing. And as such, I want to keep doing this for as long as I possibly can because I love it. Where do I see YouTube in a year? I'd say it's going to get stronger. I mean, it's going to get harder to break on YouTube. I've been insanely lucky on that part, but if you do break, I think it's going to be a lot better in a year or two. I think it's getting really big. What do you like most about uploading videos on YouTube? There's a couple variations of this question I saw, but honestly, the comments you guys make. It's been so awesome to see the feedback you guys have given me, seeing that you like the videos I'm posting, and it's just a nice thing to read every day. It's really awesome. And yeah, you guys have been really good about that. Why did I get involved in YouTube? Well, I've always loved video editing. I love making movies. And I've also loved acting for the longest time, being in the spotlight. So when I originally saw that this is a thing you could do online, recording videos, just having fun, being yourself and just being a personality, it's just, I wanted to do it for the longest time. I just never had an opportunity. And I have to thank Minx, and D-Live, and Antoine for the opportunity to do that. It's been awesome. Will you ever play The Walking Dead? Yes. You see, I started the first one, and then I went on to the second episode, and none of my decisions saved. So I kind of just was like, fuck it. I do plan to go back and figure out what was the problem. I do plan to do a let's play of it. It's just a little while away till I sort out those issues. How do you feel about having so many fans so early? This is a really good question because honestly, I feel a little guilty because I've broken out in like it's really hard for new channels to start out now. So you may see me promoting smaller channels because I like what they're doing. I think they're doing great jobs, and I think they deserve the break that I got, and I got really lucky. I'm so grateful for it all, and I'm loving it. But I must admit, there's a little bit of guilt because I was very lucky. What's your favorite? Star Trek, Stargate, or Star Wars? Stargate. I think I'd say Stargate mainly because I love the idea of sci-fis that are set in the current time, especially ones that they've tried to make it so the general public has no idea that it's going on. I don't know why, I'm just really attracted to that, like the idea that this could be a thing that's happening. Obviously, I don't believe any of it, but the idea that this could be a thing that's happening and we have no idea. I just really like that idea. Has my channel changed since I started? Not too much. Yes, in the sense that I'm doing less montages. As I said before, that's due to time, and I really have to apologize for it. I do want to do more. I really do love doing them. They just take so long to do. Okay, this one is from PoxT, who you may know as the person who did my Twitter art, which is this. So yeah, she's awesome, and I thank her so much for that. And she's sent me a little question saying, "Hey there, sir. Congratulations on reaching 5K. Thank you. So what would be the best way to send you fan art? Hint, hint. Honestly, my email. I'll put it up on the bottom here now. Yeah, it's on my page as well in the About section. But basically, your best bet is to send me email via there with fan art included. Give me a Twitter name so I can give you a shout out because I really do want to give you guys a shout out because it's so awesome if you do this. And yeah, that'd be the best way to do it. Ultimate man crush. This is a hard one. Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. Remember that name I butchered last time? Nomiela Nedia? Yeah, I've learned how to say it now. This is by Nomiela Nedia. What is your favorite role in Town of Salem? That's a hard one. Probably, it's a toss-up between Serial Killer, which is a lot of fun, and Jester. I think I'd go Jester. It's just so much fun to get that, especially when you're in a Skype call, to get that oh shit moment when when they all realize that you're the Jester and they've just hung you. So good. So, do you watch sports? Nope. From Tintinland. Hashtag ask Tesh. Tesh, give me voxels. No. You have a gambling problem. Seek help. In case you don't know, she's gambling on the Minecraft server. It's not real gambling, you don't have to worry. Tesh, would you name your fan base Testicles, and why? Seriously? No. I want a name that I can say easily in public without any worry, because let's face it, that's not going to work. I just want a name that flows, something that comes about naturally. I don't want to force it, so I'm just going to wait and see if anything comes for a name for my fan base. But we'll see. What is it you look for in a video game, such as gameplay, story, characters, genre, etc.? Story first and foremost. I can play through a really shit game with horrible music, bad voice acting if the story is really good. So yeah, story above all. Music's the next thing. A really good soundtrack can help a game so much in the way it feels. You'll see this in one of the games I plan to play coming up. The soundtrack is just so over the top, it really complements the over the top nature of the game. And yeah, you'll see that coming out soon. As for the rest of it, gameplay is definitely important, but I can play through shit gameplay with an amazing story, whereas I really can't play through amazing gameplay with a shit story. I might, but I probably will give up well too early. A story is what keeps me going in the game. Hero or villain? Villain. What do you feel has been the best/biggest change in my life since I started doing YouTube? Confidence. This has done wonders for my confidence. Not gonna lie, wasn't in the best place before I started doing YouTube, but it's just been so awesome. I just have so much more confidence than I did before, and I love it. It's been awesome. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about where you live? Heat is least favorite. People is favorite. Oh, least favorite might be internet as well. I have horrible internet. But yeah, the people here are awesome. I have some great friends. But the heat is just killing me sometimes. Like right now, it's really, really bloody humid. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Have you ever won/achieved something you were really proud of and are still proud of now? You see, I wasn't exactly the most athletic in high school, so PE was never really that fun. But I did baseball outside of school. Not many people knew that. And I was good at baseball. I was our team's designated hitter. I either struck out or I hit the ball fucking far. And as such, when our school came to do baseball in PE, I got up to the bat, got the usual looks, the usual, oh, this is going to be easy. People jokingly moving up to me as if I was going to hit it, bunt it this little tiny bit down there, all the stuff like that. And then I hit it out of the oval into someone's backyard. And the look on their faces was just one of my favorite moments. It was just brilliant. It's really good to show people up like that. Have you ever taken a selfie? Yes. I took one for a photo to attach to a job application. And that is here. So yeah, I've taken a selfie. Still hate that song so much. If you had to choose 3 meals for the rest of your life, one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner, what would they be? Waffles for breakfast. Hot dogs or sausage rolls for lunch? That's a hard way up. Hot dogs for lunch, I'd say. And carbonara for dinner. Carbonara is a pasta. Who is your favorite superhero? I may already know the answer. No, you don't. This is what I was saying. We'll come back to later. I answered the question of what I wanted to be younger and included Iron Man in it, and I'm pretty sure this person thinks it's going to be Iron Man, and it's not. Um, I say superhero now, but I'm probably going to include a little bit of supervillain because he's both, and that would be Loki. What game moment or moment in a game with friends as such or without would be your favorite? This is a really hard one. There are so many moments in gaming I've really loved. Um, I'm looking back here to see if I can just think about anything from looking at these, but there's been some great moments I've really loved. I'm probably going to have to go with. Oh, this is really hard. Oh, okay. I know exactly what I would go with, and I can't believe I forgot it till now. This is a spoiler alert for Mass Effect 1. This is going to be, it's a decent spoiler, but like, it's the first time, so this warning, I'll put my hand up like this, and I'll take it away when the spoiler is done. So yeah, it's the first time you talk to Sovereign. When you go to that facility on ISIS, you go to the control panel, see the ship Sovereign, the flagship of the main bad guy of the game, and you think, okay, we can do something here with like shutting it down or whatnot. And then you go to the relay thing, I can't remember what it's called, and you get all the memories pushed into your head, and then the ship talks to you. That conversation is one of the most monumentally terrifying conversations in any video game. The sheer menace Sovereign gives off is just intense, and I'm really sad that they didn't get that across in the other games because Harbinger was good, but he was not Sovereign good. Sovereign was just the epitome of that speech. Still gives me shivers. I love it. Okay, spoilers over. You can come back now, people. That concludes this part of the Q&A. There's one more question coming, the big one. The person who won the Titanfall code, by the way. But if your question wasn't answered there, check my other vlog. I'll put the link in the thing below. I answered a lot of questions there as well, so if I didn't answer it here, chances are I answered it there. So that includes the volunteer one, which you'll notice I skipped on. That's because it was answered in the other vlog. Oh, my voice is going. That's because it was answered in the other vlog. So yeah, now on to the big one. I did a little random number generator to, oops. I did a little random number generator thingy to figure out who won this one. And yeah, and the winner is Australian Gamer at Insert Good Joke. I like the name. And he asks, favorite single player game, mechanically, gameplay wise, and favorite story setting and atmosphere. This is really good because they're different, which is great that the question was divided up. Favorite game mechanically, gameplay wise, Metroid Prime. I loved that game. The Metroid Prime trilogy, in fact. I just loved all of those games. The gameplay was brilliant. The story was actually pretty good in the end. It started off a bit weak, but then if you read into the logs and stuff that you can find in the game, it started getting really good. And then in Corruption, the third one, it got really, really good. But the reason why I loved it is the gameplay. It was solid throughout all the games. Even when they got onto the Wii, they introduced the motion controls. They were solid. They weren't gimmicky. They're a little bit gimmicky, but they worked enough that it didn't feel like a gimmick, which is nice. Now, as for story-wise, as much as the third one's ending ruined a lot for me, the Mass Effect trilogy, I loved those games. The story was brilliant, right down up until the last 5 minutes, but I've got my own headcanon for that anyway, so it's fixed, sort of. The Citadel DLC for that helped a lot, but right down into the last like 5 minutes, it was one of the best series I've ever played, and it was easily my favorite series I've ever played. It's a shame that that last little bit messed it up, but it wasn't enough to take it away as being my favorite story. It was really good. And yeah, so that's it for this one. I'll be doing another vlog. I'm trying to decide when. So I'm not going to put a thing here and lock it in iron. You'll have to watch my Twitter, which will be in the description down below, to find out when I'm going to be doing it. But yeah, so thanks for coming, guys, and hopefully you stayed to the end of this. And yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks, guys.